Qualcomm's next flagship chip, the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6 Pro, is looking like an absolute monster. But there is one big catch that nobody is talking about enough. According to a new leak from Digital Chat Station, this chip may only show its full power if it is paired with the newest LPDDR6 RAM. Now, let me explain why this is important. Think of the Snapdragon chip as a super-fast sports car. The RAM is like the road it drives on. Even if you have the fastest car in the world, if the road is small and crowded, the car cannot reach its top speed. That is exactly what could happen here. The Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6 Pro is rumored to come with a brand new CPU design, much higher clock speeds, and performance that could be better than anything Qualcomm has made before. Some rumors even suggest speeds close to 5 GHz, which is crazy for a smartphone chip. Gaming performance could take a huge jump. AI features could become much faster. Apps could open quicker. Multitasking could feel smoother. But all of that may depend on having LPDDR6 RAM. The leak says that if manufacturers use older LPDDR5X RAM instead, they could be leaving a lot of performance on the table. The phone would still be fast, very fast, but it might not unlock everything that this chip is capable of doing. Now here's where things get interesting. LPDDR6 RAM is expected to be expensive, very expensive. And when you combine that with the latest UFS 5.0 storage, the cost starts going through the roof. Some reports estimate that the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6 Pro alone could cost over $300. Add premium RAM and storage, and manufacturers could be spending over $600 on just a few components inside one phone. That's a huge amount of money. And let's be honest, most smartphone brands don't want to spend that much. Only a few companies like Samsung and Xiaomi might be willing to go all in and use the best possible hardware. For many other brands, using LPDDR5X RAM will make more sense because it keeps costs lower. And here's the thing, most people probably won't even notice the difference. Yes, LPDDR6 can provide more bandwidth. Yes, gaming could be better. Yes, AI tasks could run faster. And yes, power efficiency could improve. But for everyday things like social media, videos, messaging, and browsing, LPDDR5X is already extremely fast. That means phone makers have a big decision to make. Do they spend a lot more money for the absolute best performance? Or do they save money and still deliver a phone that feels incredibly fast to most users? That's the question. And honestly, hardware alone doesn't guarantee sales. We've seen many powerful Android phones in the past with amazing specs that didn't become huge hits. People care about cameras, battery life, software updates, design, price, and overall experience, not just benchmark scores. So even if LPDDR6 gives the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6 Pro a massive boost, many companies may decide it's simply not worth the extra cost. Right now, we still don't know exactly how much faster LPDDR6 will be in real-world use. We need proper tests, we need real devices, and we need actual numbers before we can make a final judgment. But one thing is clear, the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6 Pro is shaping up to be one of the most exciting smartphone chips we've seen in years. The real question is whether phone makers will give it the hardware it needs to reach its full potential. What do you think? Would you pay more money for a phone with LPDDR6 RAM if it meant getting the absolute best performance? Let me know in the comments below. And if you missed my previous video where I talked about the latest Snapdragon and Android flagship leaks, make sure you go check that out right now. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications because there are a lot more exciting smartphone leaks and tech updates coming very soon.